It is August 26th. This is Talking Yanks, and it is the voicemail show. We will be talking about whatever you guys would like to talk about. Let's do it, Jake. Let's talk Yanks.
Your Yankees news with these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us today. My name's John Boy. I'm coming to you from New Jersey, from my desk, which is shaped like an L. Like an L that both lengths are the same. So not really an L, like a right angle. Jake, what's your desk table situation look like?
I'm at my kitchen table, which I guess is rectangular.
Okay, good to know.
And I originally got this set up. It has 4 chairs that go around it, and then one of the sides is a bench.
Oh, nice.
So it can kind of double as more seating options. Right now, I did recline my feet.
Okay.
Again, because I'm feeling a little confident. I almost went mic out of the holder.
Not
I did
yet.
not. Yeah, that's probably a mid-ep thing. But yeah, I just threw on Phillies Pittsburgh, the Battle of Pennsylvania, in the background, just in case, because we're leading up to the show right now, so I can flip over easily on MLB TV if I need to. But yeah, doing generally well. I think we're a little silly right now. I think we're a little excited.
We gotta rein it in. We gotta rein it in because we just did the pregame show, which we allow ourselves to get a lot more weird on that show. This is a more serious now. This is the main feed, Jake. This is the main stage. So just be cool.
I think we rein it out.
I put on, so just everyone knows what I have in the background. I put on Yes Network because the game's coming on. But before that, what is on is The Path to Pinstripes. Can't even do it.
Davy Garcia comes up from Double-A.
That's not how he sounds. Mike Ford. Been playing his whole life.
It's somewhere between our two voices.
It's more Kermit the Frog. It's a raspy Kermit the Frog, but I can't do it right now because I got something stuck in my throat.
Mike Ford has been playing AAA for the Yankees.
Riding the bus. I hate that guy. Okay.
All right.
Well, cool. Well, here we are. We got a lot of voicemails. Intern Luke back at college, but he still organized them for me, which was nice of him. So I have no idea what any of these are about. Who'd you say was ugly?
I didn't say anything.
You just said ugly.
No, I'm guessing people thought that when they heard Intern Luke's name.
Oh, cool. As long as it's not about me, we're good.
Oh, no.
See how long
What's
my
the
hair
update
is?
from Intern Luke?
Yeah.
How's he like his new digs?
There's a lot of pressure for him. Am I allowed to say this stuff?
I don't know, and we didn't go to college with him, so I mean, there's a lot of myths.
The amount of money he missed out on is incredible. He's still worth billions. Well,
In your family, I like that.
No, I was joking. He should go back to school. But a slew of them. I'm guessing. I'm gonna throw this out there before we get into it. I'm gonna guess there's a lot.
Yeah, we probably won't deep dive on that. What voicemails brought to us? Patreon, Talking Yanks event, John Boy Media, buy a I Love Baseball shirt, something like that.
No, it's brought to you by Roosevelt Shirts. RSVLTS. Yeah, sorry. The chat is lagging, so I'm trying to let them know. Anyway, Roosevelt shirts, dude. Jake, you and I got our Roosevelt shirts today.
Ordered
in the mail, showing up. These shirts are pretty cool. They're a lot of fun. Like they say, they're conversation starters. And they like what we're doing here at John Boy Media, Talking Yanks. They reached out and said, we want to be involved in everything. So we love that. If you go to rsvlts.com/johnboy, you can get 20% off your next order. They got they got Sandlot shirts, Major League shirts. You and I both got a Major League shirt. So now that we both have matching Major League shirts, they're different shirts, but the same. We got to wear those to somewhere. Maybe a spring training event.
Maybe we'll wear them to the same event sometime.
Could be cool. Go get your own shirt. They're sponsoring the show today. You want to hop right in?
I think we got to punch it, man. We got a game coming up against Seattle.
Here we go.
What's up, John Boy and Jake? Joe from Jersey, first time, long time. So I'm a current student at University of Texas. Can't wait to see Tulo helping out our guys this season. But I'm wondering, if the Yankees play the Astros in the playoffs, how difficult would it be to get a group of Talking Yanks fans there? And on top of that, how difficult would it be to get a roll call at one of the games? What are your opinions on that? Would you even like to see it in a stadium that isn't Yankee Stadium? All right. Thanks for your time. Go Yanks.
Thanks. That's a cool question. A little different.
Good start.
Jake and I won't be able to go unless like a lot happens. No, I can't go to a playoff game.
No.
I can't go to a playoff game in Houston. I cannot do that. But if we got like a Talking Yanks crew there, that would be awesome. I mean, we could try to organize one, but I can't go. Roll call in another stadium. Has that happened?
I feel like they half happen. I'm honestly team no. Like, A, keep it a Yankee Stadium thing. B, like, it's a playoff game. Like, people are going to be drinking hard. People paid a lot for tickets. You don't want to be like the 3 Yankee fans in one section screaming the roll call.
I was thinking more like a 7-line situation, like the 7-line army for the Mets. Like it's like 50 people.
I mean, if everyone was together and it happened like just to start the game with the Yankees in the field, I guess that's fine because you kind of do your own thing. I mean, you're still going to have a rowdy bunch of pissed off Texans, which I've Poppy Gordo's done that before, and that might not be a good time for the rest of the playoff game. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
You pissed off a lot of Texans.
Whew.
Remember that time you ran into that bar in Austin and you just said, "Forget the Alamo"?
Oh, they did not like that.
No, they didn't like that at all. Kicked your ass.
Or no, I wasn't forget the Alamo. I just kept saying, what Alamo?
What is the Alamo?
They were pissed.
Yeah, they didn't like that at all. But that would be cool. Hopefully as we grow and get bigger, we can organize more events like that. I'm kind of against the roll call at an away stadium as well. I don't know why.
It's just, I mean, at the stadium, like, it's the bleacher creatures. It's, it is what it is.
That's how I feel. Like, even if, like, left field box seats tried to do the roll call, I'd be like, yo, guys, you don't do that. And even if it's at Yankee Stadium, I'd be like, the bleacher creatures do that.
Yeah, and I don't know if, like, rude is the right word, but, I mean, a Houston playoff game, and it's just bad vibes. Like, just, so, yeah.
Instead, you'll just bring your sign that says, "I forgot about the Alamo once."
What Alamo?
Yo, what up, John Boy Jake? It's Orlando Magic Sam calling. I have like a weird question. Something's pissing me off. Why isn't Didi Gregorius marketed like crazy? The dude plays the piano. He's painting his own Players Weekend cleats. He's a photographer. He knows like 6 different languages, and he's awesome on the field. The MLB sucks at marketing their product, and it's just like it's so stupid that he's not, a huge name that everyone knows about and knows his story. All right, see you, boys. Jake sucks.
Whoa, bummer at the end there. Yeah, I agree with Magic Sam. Like, Didi's super marketable. He was injured this year. Him drawing on his own cleats, I feel like it didn't get as much attention. I might have just missed it, but like, I feel like that's something that should have been tweeted out and shared and stuff. Like, that's cool. I don't know. Didi should be very, very marketable, but it feels like he isn't as much as he is. As much as his potential is, he's not. But I guarantee there's tons of them. Like Mookie Betts wasn't even in that commercial. He's the same way. There's Lindor is the happiest guy in the world. I don't know. Baseball's just bad at marketing players.
It's a bit of a larger problem. But yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head there, Jim, because there's about 10, 15 guys you have to check off before you even get to Didi. Yeah, he's awesome and he's New York and all of that. And like you'd think even with like the Little League World Series, Curacao, they should have should have had a lot of stuff going on. Not so much per usual.
Yeah. I feel like Didi is like the most interesting man in the world, but it's kind of outside of Yankee land. I wonder how many people know. He speaks 5 languages. His real name is Mirexon Julius.
Nobody
knows that. That's why he had to change his name. No one knew how to say it.
There's a group of 10 Diamondback fans and a group of 8 Red fans that remember that from his time there, but that's about it.
Remember Didi.
So they don't even know he's into graphic design yet.
Yeah, because he wasn't into that when he was with them.
No.
Interesting. That's tough. We got to find those fans.
We'll find them.
Hey guys, this is Kurt calling from Connecticut. Just wanted to talk about the Yankees' batting order come postseason. I think a lot of attention has gone to the pitching rotation, but I think that they're kind of congested when it talks about the batting order too. Personally, I need to have Didi, Glaber, and DJ in the infield, but that would mean Voit doesn't have a spot unless you DH him, and then barring everyone's healthy, then all of a sudden you're talking about who gets in that bat between Giancarlo and Encarnacion. Again, this is all barring injuries, and I'm sure Boone is probably going to look at individual pitching matchups and the analytics or whatever, but I just feel like someone's feelings are going to get hurt. Just wanted to get your guys' thoughts. Who would you play? Go Yanks.
Whoa. If everyone's healthy, I'll do it real quick.
Everyone's healthy.
I'll just do it,
Right.
Okay? If everyone's healthy, Edwin's your DH, Voigt's at first, DJ is at second, I think, or DJ might be at third, and Glaber starts. I think Gio might come in at the end of every game. You take out Didi, you take out Glaber, and Gio replaces him, and that's a better infield with Gio at third, Didi at short, DJ at second, and Voit. Or you take out Voit and you move DJ to first and keep Glaber at second. But I would say Gio doesn't get the start and he comes off the bench. Now, hot hand is going to play into all of this. I mean, you have too many guys. One guy's going to have to sit and play the DH, and it's going to be hot hand. I think DJ's in there no matter what. I think between Didi, Glaber, and Gio, it's somewhat hot hand. I think Didi's going to be at short no matter what because he's the best shortstop.
You could see them sit him against a tough lefty.
Yeah. Every game has to end with Gio at third, Didi at short, Glaber at second, and DJ at first, basically.
Okay.
If it's a close
game.
game.
I mean, you're on the infield there. I think there will be a little bit of shuffle. Again, got to get everyone healthy. I mean, do you even want to if Stanton's healthy? I mean, that's when you start hitting. That's when things start to get crazy.
Odds are one of Edwin and Stanton aren't going to be healthy, so that eases things up.
Right.
Update.
If they aren't. That gets crazy.
Yeah, update. Homegrown, Pat the Pinstripes. One of the employees at Scranton Wilkes-Barre was rocking a Roosevelt shirt. Wow.
How about that?
When worlds collide.
Teddy Roosevelt ate his own belt once.
Oh, he didn't. Jake lied.
That was a lie, people. What Alamo?
It's easy.
Sup, boys? It is Jordan from Boston. This is the James Paxton we have been waiting for. Thank God it's finally here. But does this one start give you that much confidence for the playoffs? It's just, hey, it's only one start. How much confidence do you have from this start for him in the playoffs? Thanks, boys. Go Yanks.
I'm a sucker and an optimist and a big Yankee fan. So you can get me excited. I'm too excited for Sevy. I mean,
yeah.
Like when I saw that Sevy threw off a mound, I was like, yeah, let's fucking go. I had to calm myself down. So yeah, to see Paxton shut down the Dodgers, That does something for me. My little dumb brain. I'm like, hey, if he has that in him, we just need to figure out how to tap into it more often and when it matters most. But yeah, I mean, let's see how this start goes in Seattle, because if he throws another like nice outing, the numbers start backing up that, hey, let's go. This is good.
If he wins in Seattle, he could go 6-0 in the month of August. And yeah, I mean, Jim, it's the funny part of baseball that we deal with on I guess a micro level, but you zoom out and like James Paxton could end up having a great 2 final months of the season, and you'll be excited about him going into the playoffs. And you and I were laughing. We were getting a little wonky doing the podcast after the Dodgers game. Just thinking about that idea, like if James Paxton has a good final 2 months and one good playoff start, like nobody is going to care at all about his rocky middle of the season. It's done. It's gone. So this last month can decide a lot for how we view a couple of these guys. Someone like Hap, not so much. He's kind of he's made his bed. Now he has to lay in it. But I mean, James Paxton could still, very much change the way we look at him.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I really want him.
He's looked good.
I'm putting so much stock into this game with Paxton versus Sheffield. I don't want to, but I kind of love it. I'm petty. I'm more petty than you'd think.
There's a good potential for a kick in the balls either way, to be honest. But
either way, it's gonna be brutal if like Sheffield has a great outing and Paxton gets blown up. I mean, it in the grand scheme of things, it means nothing. It's one game, but it is like momentarily like, damn. And I'm hoping we're on the good side of it and we get the momentary fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Just nonstop tweeting. Oh, this is why Cashman's the best. Stuff like that.
And the other tweets with it.
Yeah. It's a combo situation.
What's up, guys? It's Matt calling from Jersey. First of all, I just want to say I've been listening for a couple of years. Really glad to see the success you guys have had recently. The reason I'm calling is just overall, I kind of want to call out the Yankee fans who are waiting to be pessimistic, talk about a rotation and this and that. You know, I could easily see a good October rotation shaping out, but you got to understand, when you're getting into this pessimism, all you're doing is giving the Yankee haters what they want. They're casual fans who are deathly afraid of us winning the World Series. And all they talk about is our starting pitching, not our bullpen, not playoff Tanaka, not what we saw Paxton do last night, not our offense. We can do this. Stop being pessimistic. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for the love. Appreciate that, Matt. And yeah, I mean, what I hate about the pessimist game, Jake, and all the people saying, you know, we're going to lose in the playoffs. We're going to lose in the playoffs. Only one team wins the World Series.
Wow.
So, I don't know. Like, the odds are tough to win the World Series. And the Yankees could play fantastic and run into a buzzsaw. Like 2017. That was a good showing for the Yankees. They lost. But it's so easy to be on the side that you say, I told you so. I told you they wouldn't win. It's hard to win a World Series.
29 teams can walk away saying, I told you so, and one team can't.
And some people see those odds and they get really excited to play that game because they get to be the person that says, I told you so. There's so many fans out there that are rooting for the Yankees not to win because they want to say, I told you so.
And they want to point back to their tweet in the spring that said, this rotation can never win a World Series, but they don't point at it if they do win a World Series. So I don't know. I mean, people are going to people a little bit. If you want to point at something, maybe point at that Dodger series where we were a weird missed call away from a sweep potentially. And more importantly, our bullpen did mean things.
Bullied them. It was cool.
John Boy and Jake, Lawrence from California, transplanted a Yankee fan from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
I'm about to go out to the game right now in a couple hours. My birthday's there too. Quick question. Yesterday in the third inning against the Dodgers, Kike Hernandez was on third base, and Boone had the infield play in, and I forget who was up to bat, but they hit it right between Glaber and Didi, and they scored a run, but we were up 2-0. I know it's aggressive. I don't really get it. It's just a run. I don't know why we got to try and save that run, especially with our offense. Let me know what you think. Congrats on all the recent success. Jake, you don't suck.
Damn.
Go Yanks.
Thanks, Lawrence. Yo, it's an interesting thing because I don't know if it's just highlighted in our brains, but 3 plays in the last 6 or 5 games, the Yankees brought the infield in to save a run that didn't really need saving. Like, are they just testing out this thing? Because with Tanaka in Oakland, it made no sense. He was getting hit so hard. And then the same thing in LA. They put like 3 over there. It's just like a hard shot. Why are they doing this, Jake? Have they done this all year and it's worked? Can't be, because I don't remember them playing infield in with a runner on third that much.
No, there's some recency stuff going on. So Oakland, that was a total desperation play. Like the Yankees were just getting beat up by the A's. They go down early and they were like, "Hey, let's try to do something to stop the bleeding here." And it did not work out. I will tell you, I have the other side of the argument, and it comes from our good friend John Sterling.
What he said?
So when the Yankees were up 2-0, they said, and this was part of my Oklahoma times. I was listening to part of it on the radio because that was coming through better than the picture because Eastern Oklahoma doesn't have internet still. Anyways, John Sterling, he goes, and they'll move 3 to the left side and they're going to bring the infield in. And there's a little pause and he goes, "You know what, Susan? I love it. You're up 2-0. If you cut off a run here, cool. If you don't, you still have the lead. Take a chance. Why not?" So that's kind of the other side of the argument. It's basically saying, hey, if we cut it down, cool. If not, we should still have the lead in this game. And like you said, I think, we're picturing the ball go through that left side with 3 guys over there. They were hit hard. So I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see when those situations come up around playoff time, because it's, I don't know, like the numbers which this Yankee team runs off of, when you bring the infield in, the numbers, start working against you so much more. So I don't know.
Seems to me like they're testing it out. Well, let's try this out. It hasn't worked yet. Be interesting to see if they keep doing it. But they have been bringing the infield in times where it's like, this isn't necessary. But John Sterling loves it.
Hey, this is Aiden from the Jersey Shore after that 2-1 Dodgers game. And I just wanted to ask a question just because I'm a little heated. Why didn't Glaber score, and why didn't Boone protest the game over the fact that Glaber didn't score? Thanks for taking my call, and have a good show.
Yeah. Protesting games never amounts to anything. Someone DM'd me and was like, "Can you retweet this petition?" Like they wanted fans to sign a petition. How old you got to be to still think that that's something? I just didn't respond because if I responded at all, I'd be so mean. But
you have to have youthful energy is the nicest way I can say it.
Do you think anyone that has graduated from college still believes in petitions?
You gotta believe, man. That's Mets fans.
It was not gonna retweet that position. So protesting wouldn't do anything. They was just a lost cause. They said they tried to ask for answers, which is all I want is answers. Is why, who gets to call timeout, and if they were to I want an honest answer from the MLB. If that situation was to arise again, would that home plate umpire, if he knew Glaber was still kind of dancing around, would he have called timeout the same? And if they say yes, I just want to know why, and I'll be fine with it. But it's just very up in the air to me because it seems like the home plate ump. It seems like Muncy faked an injury and won.
Yeah, and the only thing I've come up with was that when Gardner was initially called out, he makes contact, and then because he's out, is that interference, and that's why time was called. But we're not going to get an explanation. And Jim, we haven't talked about this in a while, and it was such a big topic in the offseason. But when the new CBA comes around, you'd really like to see ump accountability get addressed in some way. I know the umps have their own thing going on, but it really is ridiculous. The umps have accountability now in all of the other sports to a really solid degree. And I think, as different replay and potentially do you get challenge strike calls at a certain point? I don't know. But they need to be accountable to a degree. They can't just walk away and give those ho-hum answers that I think Brian Hoke tweeted out that were just like, yeah, we made the call out there and we'll have to check it out. And it's like, no, that's not good enough. That's not how life works.
If I was an ump, that's what I'd do. I don't take my work home. I don't take my work home with me. I leave it on the
Get over it.
I leave it on the field. That's what I do. Yeah. They're not going to protest though. Nothing will amount to anything there. So it is what it is. Won the series and played good ball. So I'm happy with it.
Hey, John Boy and Jake. It's James from Manhattan. I'm just watching this Oakland series, man, and I've been staying up late to watch it. And I don't know what it is with the dudes this series, but we're just everything out of the zone we're swinging at. I don't know if you've noticed that, but what's just all the chasing? We've never done this at all this year, and all of a sudden we're just swinging at garbage. Tell me what you think.
The Yankees were chasing a lot in the Dodgers series?
A little bit. I think there was a little bit of chasing. I think that's fair. I think the bigger thing was, and it tied into, like, I kept saying there just felt like there was no hope. There just wasn't a lot of, 3-1 counts or 2-0 counts. Like, it just felt like when the Yankees came up, it was 1-2, 0-2, something like that. They just never felt ahead, and I think there was a little bit of chasing, but it just never felt. It feels like the Yankees, they'll get one at bat an inning, or if they get a good rally going, you're like, okay, 2-0 pitch to Tauchman or Urshela. Let's see if they open it up here. And that Oakland series, it just never felt like that. So I don't know if it's a credit to Oakland, if it just seemed like that because we were getting beat. But I think that's what they're talking about, because I don't think it was crazy, like people were just chasing, because we would be saying that by now.
I didn't really notice, so it wasn't on my radar.
John Boy, Jake, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it may be. I'm going to get straight to the point. This is Raphael from Jersey.
What up?
A couple different questions for you. First, what do you guys think about this article I read saying that the MLB is considering, the sex-enhancing pills to be part of the PED program where it's considered, taboo? I personally think that, you're swinging in a bat in a different type of game. One situation you're swinging at balls, the other situation you're swinging at faces. And then, of course, there's the game of baseball, which is what is important here. Let me know what you guys think about that. Also, to go with that, who do you guys think on the team is chewing a couple blue chews? You know what I'm saying? I don't think anyone needs it, but sometimes maybe they want to have a little extra fun. You know what I mean? And then, since we're talking about Limp Bizkits here, why don't we get into this article I read about Aaron Boone advocating the mercy rule? Now, I get where he's coming from, and I kind of agree with him. I can see his point, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of baseball that's to be missed if this is enforced. A couple crazy comebacks. Let me know what you guys think on the subject. Love you guys. Talking Yanks. Go Yanks.
All right. A lot here. One.
Yeah.
A lot here. One. So it came out that a lot of baseball players are getting popped for PEDs, and then they're saying, no, that must be the pills at the gas station, the boner pills at the gas station. So I don't know if like MLB is saying, hey, if you take those boner pills, that counts as a PED. I think it just kind of does on the tests. Like it just pops up on the test. Like they're not trying to go capture those. It just kind of is in the same world chemically. So, and Jake and I think that a lot of players are just saying like, oh, maybe it's those things at the gas station. Who knows what's in those? And they're kind of lying.
Yeah, I think one player actually took the boner pills and it came up on the test and he's like, hey, I'm going to sound like a real ass. I took some of those gas station boner pills and I think that's what tricked it. And then MLB was like, well, you're like in trouble. That's really dumb. You can't do that. And then other guys that are taking performance enhancing stuff that maybe have some of the same crap in there, I think I think your baseball reputation is saved more if you say boner pills than performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah, I think so too. I'd do it. Who do you think on the Yankees is taking the boner pills?
For me, a question like this usually leads back to the meatheads. Like if you threw a couple blue chews on the table, like, Canley's going to grab 2 or 3.
I think Canley and Chapman are probably splitting them in the bullpen. But my brain went straight to Edwin.
You think Edwin's got a little...
Yeah.
He's trying to fluff the parrot a little bit?
Yeah. I think Edwin's super interested.
Yeah, I think it turns into a lot of the meathead alphas. Like, I see Gardy pops one in his mouth, and he's like, yeah, this will probably lower my testosterone.
Gardy's got you by the throat saying he's all natural, doesn't need your shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He takes one in a mocking way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he basically says his testosterone is stronger than whatever's in that formula.
Okay, so basically Canley, Voit, and Phil Nevin have played Russian roulette with some Viagra before.
I mean, Phil Nevin is popping those bad boys.
On the way home.
Like they're sunflower seeds.
Yeah. 9th inning ends, pops the pill by the time he's home.
I think it's his pregame routine. I think it's his pregame and his postgame. That's why he stays riled up.
Shout out to Blue Chew. And the last one was Boone wants a mercy rule. Someone on the broadcast, I forget who it was, said like, well, don't ask coaches if they want a mercy rule. Of course they're going to say yes. They want to save their guys. I mean, if they're down 10 now, they just throw position players. So of course they're going to be like, yeah, I'll take a mercy rule.
That's the issue there, because I mean, what are we really doing if we're throwing field players and Mike Ford's throwing 30 plus pitches? Are we now risking injury, and what kind of product are we putting out? If there was really something like, I don't know, if after 8 innings a team's up 10 and both teams agree to do it, like I think that would be fine. If there's a 10-run lead by one team, the game's probably already been 3.5, 4 hours. And if both teams are trying to save themselves and not get hurt and they agree on it, I don't know. And I think where people get scared when you say mercy rule is people are picturing like Little League stuff. Like they're going to do, well, after 5, if it's a 10-run game, like, no, you can't do that. Like you can't take away half the game from fans. So I don't know. If there was a mercy rule, I think it would be nothing dramatic. It would be like 10 runs after 8. And at that point, I don't know what really changes. Like if that rule got implemented today, like we would talk about it and it would be a conversation. 5 years from now, would we care at all? No.
People cared about having to throw the 4 pitches to intentionally walk someone, which is so dumb to think about now.
I think that's a perfect comparison.
You had to watch a guy throw 4 pitches. Now, there were times, like Gary Sanchez in 2016 almost hit a home run on one because he got it over the plate. But how often did that happen compared to how boring it was to watch a guy throw 4 balls?
And I think that's our new kind of mantra when we hear about these new baseball ideas is if it gets implemented 3 years from now, 5 years from now, do you think you're going to look back and care at all?
No, not if it's what you said, like 10 after 8.
Right.
Yeah. The label for this Bubak voicemail is pretty good. Or bad. We'll see. It'd be cool if it played.
What up, fellas? It's Bubak from the Cornhusker State. Going back to last step, Todd called in to practice his voicemail leaving skills, which, by the way, I would grade as an A+. I also need to practice my voicemail leaving skills because I have the problem of leaving, which Jake strongly dislikes, and that is rambling voicemails. Long awkward pause. I hate hearing myself on the app due to that alone, and now I'm currently scripting my calls. You're welcome. Love the show, guys. Jakey, your home plate flag is in the works. 2 weeks out. Go Yanks.
You bullying Bubak into scripting his calls.
I didn't bully Bubak. He bullied himself through me, which is tough. It's a tough break for me.
Yeah.
I love when Bubak calls in. I picture him. I think he goes out. I think he mows the lawn. He has a couple nice beers.
Has he called in and said he called from the lawnmower before? Because I have that image in my head as well.
Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't, and great minds think alike. But I picture him going to the lawnmower. Maybe he's listening, talking Yanks while he mows the lawn. He puts down a couple beers, and he crafts it up. And then he usually brings the heat, and it's beautiful. But sorry for bullying you through yourself, Bubak.
Yeah, you should be. Here's Suzanne. Don't bully her.
All right, guys. This may be a really silly voicemail. It's Suzanne calling from the D.C. area, transplanted Yankee fan. When was the last time Jake did his Shaggy and Scooby-Doo impersonation? And if it's been a really long time, I think it needs to happen again. And, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Let's go, Yanks. Go, Yankees. Bye, guys.
What a... I think it's been too long. Well, Jake?
Kind of fair, man. That used to be a regular, and I haven't used that in a while. I know I'll do some mini publicity. We recorded an episode of Laughs from the Past today. Go check that out. And I thought I was lined up perfectly for my old-timey baseball voice, huh? You see? I ended up in this Boston, like, Kennedy accent. Really weird. It was really spot on, too. Who is that? Suzanne?
Suzanne, yeah.
Like Suzanne, will it come back?
That used to do that a lot. Like, just naturally it flowed like once every couple episodes.
And isn't that weird?
You've abandoned it.
It's come up.
Thanks, Suzanne.
John Boy Jake, this is Patrick from Raleigh, North Carolina, calling today with a question about J.A. Happ and his usage the rest of the year. I think we can all agree that no one would feel comfortable with him starting a game in the playoffs with his struggles this year, but maybe it's time for the Yankees to think about moving him to the bullpen for the rest of the year and, seeing what they have with him out there. Maybe change of scenery works well for them. They got the division lead to kind of play with a little bit right now. So, I don't know, move him down to the bullpen, see if he's lights out for an inning or two and get him out of the game and get it to the Four Horsemen. I'd love to know what you guys think. Love the shows.
First thing I thought of from this voicemail, thanks Patrick, is he's like, we got the division lead to work with. I was told it was going to be down to 5 after the Dodgers and Orioles thing. So many people. It's up 9. We gained again.
You just wait until we get through these Mariners, okay?
Right. Anyway, I don't think Cap's going to be moved out of the rotation.
No.
Unless they really want to give Gumby a start. But if anything, I think they go to a 6-man. They split up. They piggyback like Herman and Sevy for a little to dole things down, or just basically go to a 6-man for the last couple weeks, like they did in 2017 and 2000. Well, they didn't do it in 18 because Sonny sucked. But I don't see Happ moving. The division lead would be my reason why he doesn't move. out of the bullpen, out of the starting rotation, because he allows the rest to kind of get rest, and he can have a bad outing. We're still going to win probably half of his games because the team's good. So how much, even if he's still not great, how much is he really damning us? We'll find out today. I don't think he's going to the bullpen. Maybe towards the very end.
The big thing is with that, like, we've talked about CC potentially doing pen stuff in the playoff. Like, CC's got that tough slider against lefties, so he could get you a big out against a lefty if you need it. You'd like him in that matchup. Or he could give you, starting pitcher length if you needed it in extras or something like that. Hap's stuff isn't going to tick up if you move him to the bullpen. It's not like, oh, let's move Hap to the pen and maybe he's going to hit 96 on the gun. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, that's not exactly how that works. So, no, I know people are frustrated with Hap. We're doing this before the Seattle game. Big outfield, hopefully bad team. Be nice if he could put something together. But yeah, I think the Yankees are gonna let him get his 4 or 5, hopefully 6 innings a start in, and space out when Gumby comes back or Sevy or whatever it may be. But I don't know. I think they just leave him.
I agree. Trying to get we got one more voicemail, but I thought we might have some more recent ones, but I can't pull it up. But here's this one.
What's going on, guys? This is Mike from the Bronx calling for Talking Yanks. I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, but Alex Rodriguez in the booth, it's really starting to annoy me. Not in a bad way. I know you guys are going to probably think something different, but, I loved him as a Yankee. I still love him to this day, and I think his baseball IQ is off the charts. But it's not his fault that I don't like it. It's just every time he's on, everybody always has to bring up the whole Red Sox contract and how he was a Red Sox. Like, I signed into MSN the other day, and one of the headlines is how much A-Rod regrets not being a Red Sox. Like, it comes up every time he's in the booth. Let me know what you guys think. And friendly reminder, Jim Abbott threw a perfect game with one arm. Guy had one arm.
True.
Gets me every time. It's the second time he's done that, right? I think that's the second time we've had that as the end of the call. It's got to be the same kid. It's a great reminder. I love that reminder. Anyway, I love A-Rod in the booth. I thought he was really good with the Yes Network. A-Rod regrets not being a Red Sox? I've never read it with that spin. He signed the contract, didn't. What I say for that is it's a very, very interesting factoid that the trade was made. He was going to go to the Red Sox. It got vetoed. He went to the Yankees. Whether you know it already or not, it's interesting. And every time they say it on Sunday Night Baseball, hundreds of people are finding out for the very, very first time. So let them find out for the first time, and you just ignore it because you already know it.
And that's part of the problems probably with baseball's regional stuff right now and marketing, going back to Didi and everything like that. It becomes the Todd Frazier played in the Little League World Series. Man, it sucks. And I mean, even Twitter ran too far with the jokes, and even the people making fun of the joke.
People making fun of the joke got more annoying than the people that were just telling people.
They became the problem. But, next time the Mets are on Sunday Night Baseball, I bet that Todd Frazier pick comes up, and there's going to be some people in the world that didn't know that say, oh, that's pretty cool. A guy played in the Little League World Series, and now he's a major leaguer.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. So, be happy that you're entrenched enough that you do know that, because there's some that don't.
Yep. All right, we're on one more voicemail from Tom Davis. It's a late one. I got it to work. Here it is.
Hey, what's up, boys? It's AD from Madison, Connecticut. I haven't called in a while, so I want to apologize for that. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Sometimes when we are really, really good, because we're really, really good, it's hard to make voicemails. But you know what? I'm going to save mine for when it counts. The playoffs, baby. I hope I'm the last voicemail. This might be a little weird.
I don't know if this is a thing we've done on the regular podcast. On the pregame show, we do a lot of ASMR whispering.
So that's advertising.
Yeah. Go there. Yeah. Jake gurgled into the mic today on the pregame show. Weird pregame show.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. The old whisper song?
Yeah. I remember it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Wait till you see my dick?
Jake.
Shit.
Come on.
That's the last one?
That's what Voigt's texting everyone, or if Nevin's texting everyone after he pops that gas station pill. Wait till you see. Wait till you see this one.
Me and Nevin have been lining up to be good buddies, and now he's gonna hear all this Blue Chew boner stuff, and now I'm in a headlock with you. Me and Nevin initially we were laughing. He's got you in a headlock. We're making jokes about you. Now he's got me in the other arm.
Nevin follows me on Twitter, dude. He's in the know. He gets it.
Yeah, I know, but I've been sucking up pretty hard, and now, like, if you tell Phil Nevin to his face that he has to take a performance enhancer for his biscuits, he's gonna knock you out.
Oh, I don't think he has to. I think he just enjoys them.
It's on site.
Nevin followed me after I made the joke about how him and Voight need to do the home run derby shirtless, slugging beers and eating raw steak in the middle of it. He's like,
yeah,
yes, I'll follow that guy now.
Yeah, he likes that.
All right, that's it. That's the end of the voicemail show. Game's about to start in 15 minutes. That's good. We will be back tomorrow with Sharp Stats. Katie Sharp.
Sharp Stats with KT Sharp.
Did you learn anything about yourself during this show, Jake?
What did I learn about myself during today's show? No, I think the only thing we have to get to the bottom of is you and I thinking about Booback mowing the lawn. Like, did he bring that to us, or are we bringing that to him?
I don't know. We both. That's how I picture him calling every time, mowing the lawn on the phone. Did he do that before? Booback. It's very bizarre if Jake and I just think this on our own.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know. All
right. Well, Jake, enjoy the game. Be your own kind of beautiful, and have a good night. Go Yanks. Tell him, Grams. Whew. Wow.
Is that be your own kind of beautiful?
Yeah, it's the poster in my bathroom when I pee.
That's a mama joke.
No, that's a mama joke. Jake, the chat wants to know what you look at during shows, because they're like, if he doesn't have the chat in front of him, what's he looking at?
So on the screen, I go between stats if I need them. Sometimes silly stuff if I really need it. It's usually stats. I like to get stats. And then today I had I mentioned I threw up Phillies Pittsburgh in the background. Bryce Harper just hit a home run.
Baseball?
But baseball.
Nice. They say you should have the chat in front of you.
I mean, I'm interested in the chat. I get lost going to the chat sometimes, which I know is pathetic, but that's a little on me. And I don't know. You know that I have a love-hate thing with the chat.
Well, this is the Patreon chat. This is a good chat. It's not the John Boy
Right.
Media chat.
No. Yeah, I'm in with these people. Sometimes I get too chatty. Sometimes I get lost in the chat.
Yeah.
Know what the other problem is? My hearing's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So for the voicemails, I have to like lock in. So I actually do the I look at nothing because I put all my powers into listening.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks your hearing so bad.
That's a pretty weird human trait.
When you have to like clear the mechanism to hear things.
Like if I wanted to like really focus on what you were saying right now, I'd like turn my head and I'd stare at nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of something people do. Gets less distractions.
No, when I really want to listen to someone, I just go like this.
I've seen you do that, and it's losing us with some of our. Jack Curry was so pissed when you did that.
Jack, what was it like being a reporter before Twitter? Please stop making that face.
Could you just not make that face?
All right, I'm out. Hey, guess what, Jake? Everyone that comes to the event, not only do they get tickets, not only do they get free food.
Yep.
Not only do they get all-you-can-drink beer.
Yep.
They get a T-shirt, and first 50 get a Talkin' Yanks button.
Wow.
How you like that? How you like that?
Pretty nice. Button nose. No. Be careful.
Someone's going to get that one. Bit on my
You
lips.
swallow another one of those.
Oh, I swallow buttons. All right, I got to edit this and everything before the game starts. Hopefully it's a dull first couple innings.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'll miss someone and someone will be like, oh, you're not watching, dude? And it's like, yeah, I am. I'm just going to fucking work a little, too.
Not watching the game, bro?
Someone did that to me in the Dodgers game. Like, DJ hit a home run first batter, and I was like, are you kidding me? Let's go. And the top response are you not watching? It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm watching. Ooh, someone said wear it as an eye patch. That's badass.
Yeah. That's a no-brainer. Not for nothing, I think you got to go double.
I can't even get one in. It's like just... Oh, now I can't see myself.
I got a pick.
Okay, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Okay, we're out. So, yeah. Oh, they said Jake's becoming very dark. So they're worried.
I'm worn out. Yeah, the sun went down during this episode. Do you know the I'm worn out story? I think it was towards Prime Broadway times. We went to the beach one day and there's a little kid flying a kite and like the parent was like, encouraging this little kid to learn how to fly a kite and all that. And so, they're pushing the kid a little bit and the kid just turns at one point and goes, I'm worn out.
It's got to be like something his parents say all the time. That's why having little kids is scary because they repeat the phrases you say. So like dad or mom says I'm worn out to dad or mom a lot in that family.
With the Scooby-Doo voice and all that, yeah.
I think your kids are going to be
Fighting an
happy.
uphill fight.
No. It's just happy and healthy and good kids.
Well, at least someone thinks that.
They will be born naked, bloody, and illiterate.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do
true.
about that. And that's the end. We'll see you guys later. It's Always Sunny in
Thanks,
Top 5
everyone.
TV show. Yeah, for me. See ya. All right, I'm going to get to editing.
All right, dog. Go Yankees. Enjoy the
Go
game.
Yanks. Bye.
Bye.